Hey, before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any real life stories like this. I noticed something was wrong the moment she stepped out of the car. No smile, no greeting, not even a glance. She brushed past me, heels clicking on the pavement, heading straight for the restaurant. The night air was cold, but not as cold as the silence that followed her inside. We were supposed to meet her friends for dinner. Something casual, something normal. I'd been looking forward to it. After weeks of distance, I thought maybe tonight could bridge the gap men would have been fraying. But the way she avoided my eyes, the tension in her jaw, it said everything I didn't want to hear. Inside, laughter and the clinking of glasses filled the dimly lit room. Her friends greeted me with polite smiles. Polite, surface level, eyes never reaching mine. She took a seat at the far end of the table, leaving the chair beside her empty, as if it were meant for someone else. Throughout dinner, she didn't speak to me once. Not a word. She laughed with her friends, leaned in to whisper to her best friend, sipped her wine as if nothing was wrong. But every now and then, I caught her glancing at her phone, the expression flickering for a split second, guilt, fear, before she locked it and placed it face down. I tried to start conversation. Did you hear from your sister? I asked, careful, casual. She looked at me, lips parting as if to answer, but her eyes darted away. She's fine, she muttered, and that was it. The silence grew heavier, pressing down until it was hard to breathe. I kept asking myself what I'd done wrong. Something I'd said? Something I hadn't said? Maybe she was tired, stressed, distant for reasons that had nothing to do with me. But deep down, a quiet, insistent voice whispered that it wasn't about me. It was about someone else. Her friend Lily sat across from me, trying too hard to act normal. Laughter a bit too loud, eyes flicking between my wife and me, guilty, nervous. I didn't understand why, yet, by dessert, I couldn't take it anymore. I excused myself to the restroom, just to breathe, to collect myself. When I returned, my seat was empty. On the edge of the table rested a folded piece of paper. Lily met my eyes, gave a tight nod, and looked away. The note was small, messy handwriting, weighed outside. My heart sank. I glanced at my wife. She sat at the table, pretending to scroll through her phone, ignoring me completely. Whatever it was, she didn't want to say it in front of anyone. I slipped the note into my pocket and walked out. The night air hit me like a shock. Cold, sharp, electric with dread. I stood under the yellow street lamp, my breath fogging the air. Every second felt stretched, unbearably long. Then she appeared, walking slowly toward me, her face unreadable. "What's going on?" I asked quietly. She stopped a few feet away, arms crossed, eyes down. "I didn't want to do this in front of them," she said. "Do what?" I asked. Her jaw trembled. "End this." The words cracked something inside me. "And what? Dinner? The night? What are you talking about?" She shook her head. "Us." For a moment, the word hung there, cruel, final. The sounds from inside the restaurant, laughter, clinking glasses, seemed distant, irrelevant. My world had stopped. "Why?" I whispered. She exhaled shakily, eyes glistening. "Because I can't keep lying to you." "Lying?" My gut twisted. She nodded, looking down. It started small. Coffee after work. I didn't mean for it to become anything, but it did. The streetlight flickered above us. Somewhere a car alarm went off in the distance. All I could hear was my own blood pounding in my ears. "Who?" I asked, voice barely audible. She hesitated. "You don't know him. He's from my office." I closed my eyes, trying to stay upright. "How long?" 6 months. 6 months. Half a year of lies hidden behind tired smiles and late nights. 6 months of me wondering if the distance between us was my fault. I wanted to scream. I wanted to demand why she'd brought me here to sit across from her friends, ignored like a stranger. But I didn't. I just stood there, staring at the woman I thought I knew, realizing I had lost her long before tonight. She started to cry, the quiet kind that comes from guilt, not grief. "I didn't mean to hurt you," she said. I couldn't stop it. I laughed, hollow and bitter. You couldn't stop it? You could have. You chose not to. She flinched but didn't deny it. I know. I just didn't know how to tell you. I thought maybe it would fade, but it didn't. She shook her head slowly. Nothing left to say. Silence was the only truth left between us. I looked at her one last time, the woman who had once been home, and realized home was gone. As I turned to leave, she reached out, brushing my sleeve. "Please, don't hate me," she whispered. I paused, memories flashing, late-night drives, laughter, promises. I wanted to hold on, but it slipped away like smoke. "I don't hate you," I said quietly. "I just don't know who you are anymore." I walked to my car, hands shaking as I fumbled with the keys. Through the window, I saw her, small under the streetlight, crying into her hands. The note was still in my pocket. At a red light, I pulled it out, wait outside. For what? The truth? Goodbye? Maybe both. By the time I got home, it was clear. She hadn't just ended us tonight. She'd ended us months ago, quietly, wordlessly, while I was still trying to fix something that was already gone. And the silence that haunted me all evening wasn't confusion or anger. It was truth.